Welcome all to the 4th Super Smash Bros. Brawl Top 5. First we had my top 5 best and worst characters, then stages, and last time it was final smashes. Now we're having a look at my top 5 favourite and least favourite items. There are a few limits on what items are legible to be in this list. The easiest way to put it will be the things that are on the item switch list. That means stage specific items like the turtles on whatever that level's called are not included. Characters items like the pieces of Samus's Varia suit and Warrior's motorbike are not included either. Of the items that are on the item switch list, Smash Balls are not included and neither are the Pokeballs or assist trophies, seeing as their use varies depending on what comes out of them. Though this will probably be the last top 5 video, I may do one specifically for Pokeballs and assist trophies if people really want to know. Also, as I said in all of these videos, this is my opinion and yours will probably be different, so don't forget to let me know in the comments what your opinion is. That being said, let's get this show on the road. The Super Scope. It was a tough choice between putting the Super Scope or the Ray Gun at number 5, but decided to go with the Super Scope because it has 2 fire modes. You can just mash the fire button for loads of energy bullets that can damage every other character at the same time, or you can charge it for a powerful shot that can KO enemies even if their percentage isn't especially high, and as you can do it 3 times, it can be a pretty devastating weapon. It's always funny in films when a person has a gun that runs out of ammo so they throw the gun at their opponent, but at least doing that with the Super Scope can actually be beneficial. Hothead. It's a decent enough idea. You throw the fireball, it attaches to the stage and rolls around it, damaging all the other characters. Problem is, most of the time it'll just roll off the stage, or if it lands on a platform, it'll just roll off the edge of that, so most likely you'll get 1, maybe 2 hits and that's it. If it gets hit by a fire or electric attack, it gets bigger and more damaging, but the chances of that happening are so slim you might as well not bother. The Smart Bomb. Whenever I get caught in one of these going off, I always panic. They're pretty damaging but don't have a huge amount of knockback, so the chance of being KO'd is never as high as I expect it to be, but it's still unnerving being caught in the explosion. It's great throwing them at a group of foes, watching their damage counters increase, knowing the boom is soon to follow. You do get the odd dud every now and again, which is really annoying, but it's still a cool weapon. The banana peel. It's a banana peel. It makes everyone slip up. Not much more you can say about it, really. You can throw it for a small amount of damage, but other than that, it's not very useful. Can be pretty funny though. The Cracker Launcher. The fun you can have with one of these bad boys. 16 fireworks of awesomeness all wrapped in a dangerous launcher. With its great range and high fire rate, you can cause all sorts of devastation. It can be a tad hard to aim at first, but it doesn't take long for you to get the hang of it and let the chaos begin. Even once all the fireworks have run out, throwing it can really do some damage, even more than the Super Scope. The fireworks do lack in the knockback department, but with the damage you'll be dealing with this, you can easily get in the final smack yourself. Smoke Balls. Another one where it seems good but isn't. You throw it at your opponent, it sticks to them and gives off a load of colourful smoke. Actually, that sounds pretty pointless, and frankly, smoke balls are pretty pointless. You can't even hide in the smoke and pretend you're a ninja. At least it's pretty. The Beam Sword. This may just be because I really like swords, but the Beam Sword is a great weapon. The lightsaber-esque sound effect is just an added bonus. It's great for twatting people with, and the charged strikes have decent damage and knockback. Not only does charging the strike longer increase the damage and knockback, but it also increases how far the beam extends, and it can go a pretty long way. Some characters that already have swords, like Ike, sometimes use their regular sword alongside the Beam Sword for extra damage and awesomeness. If one of these appears in a match, I'll be heading straight for it. The Spring. You can bounce up high. Yay! These things are just annoying and even more pointless than the smoke ball. There might be the occasion where you can throw it up at someone that's in the air so they rocket KO, but don't put your money on it. Most of the time they just end up getting in the way. The Soccer Ball. It should have been called a football over here, but I'm not going to nitpick. The ball's amazing. Give it a decently strong hit, the ball catches fire and launches into the air, destroying whoever's unlucky enough to be in its way. As the ball takes more of a beating, the damage and knockback the ball delivers increases, so you really don't want to be the one in its way. It can be a tad difficult to aim and get the timing right to destroy your opponent, but even so, if Death was in a ball form, this is what he would be. Mr. Sasson. You probably saw this coming, but these are ridiculous. You throw it at your opponents, it goes bleep, they take a bit of damage, and that's it. At least with the other items in this top 5 worst list, once you throw the item at someone, there's some sort of secondary effects, but with Mr. Sasson, there's nothing. They could have made the only thing it's useful for useful by giving it decent damage and knockback, but no. Both are complete crap. And that concludes the Brawl Top 5 series. Hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed making it. If there are any aspects you want a top 5 of, let me know in the comments, PM me, or even send me an email, judgmentreviews@btinternet.com. But for now, thanks for watching and see you next time.